Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well played.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
30. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
First carry for James Conner, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Good job, good job.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Michael Roberts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Joe Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. From the 35 on second down, Roethlisberger. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Here we go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Roethlisberger, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left, and he's going to keep it here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get ready.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the run, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick it up. At the 15-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Alert, alert. Hey, turn it up.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And an alley to run. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Watch tight end, watch tight end.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Big Blue with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe they'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
We got 4.
Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And now look at him go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Connor on first down working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Crunch time, defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, a run with Connor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First and 10 for Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Protein spill.
Another chance for Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Again, it's Connor. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Keep playing hard.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Devin Bush leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. For Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 80! Here it comes! Here it comes! He's coming! He's coming! He's coming! We got double up! Double up! Alert! Alert!
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here I come again!
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the
All right, get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today.
All right, now, blue 30. Black, get that! Black, get that! That! Black 20! White, get that! Here we go. Black 20. Blue 30. That! Blue 30. Black 20. That! Black 30. Black 20. That! Black 5! Black 20! That! Black, get through! Ready? 180! Set it! Black 80! Black 80! That! White 80! Black 80!
All right, men, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single mental mistake.
Let's go, let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today.
Set. Black 80. White 8 set. Set. Black 20. Blue 3 set. All right, now, white 80. Black, what's that? Set! Blue third, black, what's that? Here we go, here we go. Black 20. Black, what's that? Black 20! Black is on! Set! Blue 30! Set it! Set! Black 30! Black is set! Black 5! Black is set!
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed flawlessly.